Hi, dear students. Our lesson for today, lesson 12.1, fractions and decimals. We know fractions as a part out of whole. If I have here fraction strips and I want to show the fraction that represents the shaded part, I will write the shaded part as numerator, which is 2, and the denominator will be the total number of parts, which is 3. It will be 2 out of 3. What this teacher, this called a fraction. But what about the decimal? Decimal is another way to represent a fraction, and in this video, we will use decimal notation for fraction with denominators 10 and 100. Here we have array model, and I want to show the fraction that represents the shaded parts. How many shaded parts we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will be 6 out of 10. What this teacher? This called a fraction. We can say it as 6 out of 10 or 6 tenths. 6 tenths. How can I write the decimal that represents 6 tenths? Just I will put 6, the numerator. And after that, what we have here in denominator, we have 10. How many 0 in 10? We have 1 0. So I will put a decimal point like this after one number. And here in the whole part, I will put 0. What this teacher? This called 6 tenths in a decimal form. This called 6 tenths. Here we have another area model. What is the fraction that represents the shaded part? Each column represents 10 ones. So when I count, I will count by columns 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And here after 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be 75. Out of what, teacher? The total number of square tiles inside the square? 100. So it will be 75 out of 100 or 75 hundredths. How can I write 75 hundredths as a decimal? I will put the numerator as it is, 75, and here we have 100. How many zeros in 100? We have 2 zeros. So from right, I will count 2 places, then I will put the decimal point, this point. 1, 2. I will put the decimal point. After that, I would put 0. What does it mean, teacher? We have 0 in the whole part, and we have 7 tenths and 5 hundredths, or 75 hundredths. Number 2, write a decimal and a fraction for the part of the grid that is shaded. In this grid, how many shaded parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will write the shaded parts as numerator and the total parts as denominator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will write 10. To write it as decimal, I will put the numerator as it is 5. And count how many 0 in 10? We have only 1 0. Count from right, only one place, 1. Then put the decimal point after what, teacher? After one place, which is 5. And put here in the whole 0. Number 3, write a decimal and the fraction for each diagram. How many shaded parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. I will write 4 out of the total number of parts, 100. How can I write it as a decimal? I will put 4. Count from right how many places we have 2 zeros. Count 2 places. 1. Teacher, we don't have 2. I have only one digit number. So count 1 and 2, just put 0. After that, put the decimal point, and in the whole part, I will put another 0. Number 4, we have here one whole. One whole. I will write one whole. And here, how many shaded parts? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50 what? 54. I will write 54. Out of this grid equals 100 square tiles. How can I write it as decimal? I would write 1 as it is. Then I will put decimal point. We have 54 hundredths. I will write 54 hundredths. Number 5, the denominator will be 100. And here 10, 20, 30. And here 40 minus 1, it will be 39. Now I will put 39 as it is. After 2 digits, I will put the decimal point. 1, 2, put the decimal point. And here in the whole part, just put 0. We don't have whole part. Number 13, a school has 100 windows. On a cool day, 95 of the windows were closed. Which decimal represents how many of the windows were open? The total number of windows is 100, so I would put 100 as denominator. And here 95 were closed, so the opened windows were 5. Now, this is the fraction. What about the decimal? I will put 5 as it is. And the count from right, how many places? 1, 2, we have 2 zeros. 1 and 2, teacher, we don't have another number here. We have only 1-digit number, so put 0. Then I would put the decimal point, and in the whole part, I would put 0. So which choice matches my answer? Letter A. Number 14, a singer wrote 100 songs in her career. She played guitar for 29 of the songs, which a fraction and the decimal represent how many songs for which she played guitar. So the total number of songs was 100, and she played guitar for 29. I write here 29. To write it as decimal, I will write the numerator 29 and the count from right 2 places. 1, 2. Put the decimal point, and here in the whole part I will put 0. So which choice matches my answer? It will be letter D. We finished our session for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time, inshallah. Goodbye.